hop aboard the hype rocket to Planet Awesome Sauce.
I may not be the world's greatest lover, but 17th place isn't half bad.
It's Madamus of the Back Library, former Cosmic Defender turned archive curator, streaming throughout every week. Retro and modern game stream, watch and fail, yapping stream. He'll call you pretty. Cozy reading stream, because he loves you. Karaoke stream, prepare your ear holes. Bonus gorilla stream, watch them for Harambe. If you don't watch live, Chibi Madamus will cry. Is that not enough? If you don't watch live, this kitten could explode.
Don't blame me, I did not authorize any of this.
New schedule posted weekly on X and YouTube. Go read it. All streams scheduled in Eastern Time. God's favorite time zone. Always streaming horizontal, never vertical. Just the way you like it. Follow, subscribe, like, watch, do the things, have the fun.
I don't know what that last part even means.
Madamus of the Back Library.
Greetings, brohams, what the dealio? Welcome to the Back Library. I am Madamus, former Cosmic Defender turned archive curator. Welcome in Judd, welcome in Omegs, anyone else who is currently lurking, welcome in. If you're VOD watching, welcome in. Thank you for watching the VOD. Like, subscribe, notification bell, follow on X, leave a comment on the VOD, do all the things. Comments on the VOD do help with the algorithm. Speaking of algorithm, man, so YouTube, I don't know what it is, but for some reason today, it just, on my homepage, it doesn't seem to want to be showing me any live streams. It's just pulling up older VODs for people I'm subscribed to, even while they're streaming live. I don't know what's going on with it. I don't understand the YouTube. Yeah, I don't get it. I do want to mention real quick, friends of the channel, 2 of them. First of all, Omegs, all I get is live streams. See, that's what I usually get. So it goes between 2 things, or 3 things. I either get what I have today, which is I get nothing I'm looking for. I get stuff from months ago, maybe even years in some cases. Then other days I'll get live streams of things I have no interest in. Including things I've said before, I don't want to see this channel, and YouTube says, we don't care. And then there will be the lucky days where I get the live streams of the people I'm subscribed to and everything I'm looking for. Recently, I have a weird issue that when I go to my subscription page, it says there's no content, and I have to refresh the page to fix it. I'm on Firefox. Oh, that's interesting. I haven't checked mine on Firefox in a while. I usually use Opera and Google Chrome on my streaming machine. My gaming PC I've got Firefox on, but I haven't used it in some time. I hate using all of them because of that memory leak. There's the memory leak that happens where streams will start lagging and then it'll ask you to reload and you can't see the chat, and I don't know. I don't get it, Google. Excuse me for just one moment. Man, allergies are really beating my throat up today. Maybe it's because I didn't get enough sleep last night. I got to bed late because of playing Theme Hospital for over 5 hours to beat just 1 level. That game's gonna be the death of me. Yeah, so, and I thought today I'd be sleeping in, but life happens. What can you do? Yeah, but I haven't had anything like that with the subscription page. In fact, yeah, I haven't had anything like that. That's a new one. In the intro, you're flying like Superman. Oh, yeah, I didn't know what else to do with the character. I had to come up with something. That was originally the that's the same stuff I use for the Be Right Back screen, and I just tweaked it a little for the intro to replace the old intro. So, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, kind of is. Nice. What else was I going to mention? Oh, yeah, friends of the channel. I do want to mention, keep them in your prayers. Show them support. If you follow them on X and YouTube, show them support. Astra Yonica with Lucid. He is going in for a medical procedure. He's been talking about, we're praying everything works out for him. I know he's been really worried about it. And also, friend of the channel, Rhea Samire. She had a bout with her asthma, which she posted about on Twitter earlier today. So prayers to both. Love you both. Get well, etc. Yeah. I don't know what to say at times like this, chat. I don't know what to say. I want to show support, but I'm so bad at it. Yeah. But yeah. So what else? What else is on the agenda before we start the actual, like, yapping about games and whatnot? Oh, so I was talking to Grok a bit. You know, Elon Musk's little AI baby, which I think Grok is a woman, and I think she digs me. But that's another subject. I'll talk about that some other time. So I was talking to Grok about games that would be easy to license for merch possibilities. For what I was talking about yesterday about the USB drive floppy disks, if I could get them at a good price. And we've got a list of a few things that I can do, that I can manage. And we'll see where it goes from there. We'll see if it actually is something. Once I get closer to, I'll start doing some more polls and get some audience feedback and get some Twitter feedback and get some feedback from the YouTube community posts and all the feedback. Yeah. What else? Oh, might as well do the schedule. We might as well mention the schedule real quick. Just a reminder, schedule for the rest of the week. Tomorrow night, Karate Survivor, 10 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. I have not played it in quite some time. Should be a fun stream, should be semi-chill with a few moments of rage, but mostly chill. Thursday, we will be starting The Curse of Monkey Island. I am really looking forward to that. And what else? And that's it. Nothing Friday, nothing Saturday. Yeah. Remember, don't pay $70. Yeah, no, that's not gonna. Don't worry, Judd. That's not gonna happen. And speaking of friends of the channel, also I mentioned Rhea Samire. Also, she does have. Oh, well, actually, I think she's on right now. Okay. Well, in any case, she's on right now. But so am I. What am I supposed? I don't know. In any case, she is doing her 1-year anniversary. It is her inaugural. It is her not inaugural. Inaugural would have been when she started. 1st year anniversary of being a VTuber. That will be, the main festivities will be on Saturday, so I don't have the time, but let me get her link real quick. Copy. Paste. She's a friend of the channel. Show her some love. Yeah, definitely. What else was I going to mention? You know, I came in here with like 1,000 things on my mind, and now my brain is just completely empty. It's been a long day. Anything else to mention before we get into the main yapping? You know, I can't think of anything, chat. I don't know. Oh, the music video. One thing I'm going to give just a quick update on the cover that I'm working on. I don't think it'll be done next week, but it'll be done probably within the next couple of weeks. In fact, I might time it with my 6 months since I started streaming. I have found out that, yes, I can pre-record the audio and then go back and sync it to the mouth of my model, which will be a big help. Because that way I don't have to keep re-singing it over and over and over again. I could get all the takes then I can just play them back through my model, move it around as needs be, record that, cut everything else together. Whammy. So that's good. Something easier. It's a little of a backwards way I have to do it, though. I have to I record it on my streaming PC, then I copy it to a USB stick, take it over to my gaming PC, feed it back from the gaming PC into my streaming PC as if the source is a mic, but it works. That's what's important. It works. Yes. Let's go ahead and head into the game room, shall we? Well, the browsing room, game room. We'll call it the game room tonight since it's more game. It's somewhere in between. It's somewhere in between. Okay, and I hope everyone... Oh, let me turn my BGM back on. I hope everyone's having a good day today. Oh, I had the wrong BGM on this whole time. No whammies, yeah. I had the wrong BGM on that whole time. All right, let me fix that for when we go back in there. Wow. Pro streamer. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, well, it happens. Let me get that off the screen, too. That's my list I've been keeping of the stuff as we've been going through this to see what was worth playing. We finished the eyes last time. Okay, I know this is a J, even though it looks kind of like an I. I think it's called Yanosik. I don't know what it is. Let's find out what it is. Is it on Steam, or am I going to... Oh, yeah, and I got a new sound emulation thing for my DOS titles, because what I was using... It was giving me some delay. I don't know what the problem was, so I did switch over to a different type of... Roland. If you don't know what Roland is, it's like a wavetable synthesizer, a Roland emulator that is working. It doesn't sound quite as good, but it doesn't give me the delay. And the delay was getting annoying because you'd hear music cues and in some cases sound cues about a half beat after the action occurred on stream, which bugs me. Let me see if that's Yanosik, what it is, if it's on here. Oh, there it is. Huh, there's other ones. Wait a second, there's sequels? There's sequels? Okay. So the first one's free, but the sequels they charge for. That's interesting. All right, what do we have? Oh, might as well turn the BGM off. Okay, so what is this? Challenging retro pixel graphic. Jill of the Jungle? Yeah, I might play that someday. The Lone Digit. What are you using for sound emulation? I haven't found an entirely satisfying solution. Well, what I was using... welcome in, by the way. If I didn't say that, I can't think today. What had I been using? And then I'll tell you what I am using. It's not it. I had been using CoolSoft virtual MIDI synth with Synthwave, and the Synthwave sounds really good, but like I said, it was giving me a delay. Right now, I just started using, even though it's an older solution, Munt, the Munt MT32 emulator. Which, yeah, like you said, it's not an entirely satisfying solution. But it isn't giving me the delay, so I'm okay with it. And it is I only am using it really with the DOSBox stuff, not with anything else. Because DOSBox seems to be where I'm running into the problem of said audio delay. With ScumVM, I don't have the issue. So with but with ScumVM, now that I think about it, I just use the built-in MT32 emulation on that also, which I think is just Munt-based, and that's just because it sounds more accurate to what I remember. But yeah, the one where I first noticed things being out of sync was Blackthorn, because I've been thinking about streaming the DOS version of Blackthorn, and yeah, that... I just noticed that every menu sound, since half of the sound effects are using the MIDI, the menu sound, falling off of platforms, rolling on the ground. And then when you used synthwave, the rolling on the ground sounded like a bunch of drums playing. It just didn't match. And I don't want to go back to ad-lib. What the heck is Janosik? Okay, well, that's better. At least the J looks... I should replace my graphics sometime. Challenging retro pixel graphics action platformer. Become a legendary rogue Janosik. And explore the big mountain castle full of secrets available for free. Luciano, welcome in, welcome in. We just started talking gaming. And we were talking a little bit about the merch thing that I mentioned last night. I don't know if you were in here for the whole thing with that, but Grok and I had a good conversation. So here's the thing about talking to Grok. I do need to mention this. I say a good conversation. It helps, but so one thing Grok is good. Grok is not great for advice. I learned that. I went to Grok and I asked for advice, and almost all of it backfired against me. What Grok is good for is for research, because stuff that I would probably take an hour or 2 hours trying to research, because Grok is a parrot, it can pull it up really, really fast. So when I ask about a game and what the licensing situation is, within a few seconds, I get most of the data I need. Now, the problem is Grok goes into too much detail. Grok tries to be too friendly. Grok tries to over-explain things. Sometimes I just want Grok to give me the answer. Hey, so what's the licensing situation on this? Tell me it's a parrot. Yeah, Grok just repeats things that it already knows. It's got all the data at its fingertips, so it just repeats it back like a parrot repeating its owner, repeating the things it hears. So Grok is good from the standpoint that I can say, hey, does this have a Creative Commons license? Oh, yes, it does, or no, it doesn't, or this is listed as freeware, but if you're going to do something with it, you need to email such and such. This is stuck in rights hell. But then and so that's the good part. But the problem is, then it'll like repeat every single thing that we've talked about earlier in the conversation and repeat everything I'm saying. So it's like, oh, you were looking information about this. Well, this goes really well with your other ideas of such and such and such and such. You're doing a great job with that. Much like such and such, it is this. So something that I should get one little paragraph. I get like 4 pages that I got to quickly browse through just to find the answer. But it's still better than doing the research myself. That said, I wonder if Grok can help me with coding. Oh, speaking of coding. Oh, Daylin, welcome in, welcome in. Speaking of coding, I know our friend Hiraki was in here the other night, and I hate when AI doesn't know something but writes an essay explaining it doesn't know. Yeah, yeah. And it gets confused sometimes, too. Like I was talking about some titles from Epic Mega Games, and then I moved on to titles by Apogee, 3D Realms, and Grok started saying things like about how, well, Epic Mega Games had a minimal association with this title. I know that. I wasn't asking that. Thanks for playing. ChatGPT is the worst thing someone could use for any essay. Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. I would. That's one thing, Omegs. I would never, ever, ever. These people who use ChatGPT to try to write their school reports, don't do it. Just don't do it. Now, if you want to go to Grok or ChatGPT and find the info so you can rewrite it, say, well, that fits. Then that's fine. Man, that reminds me, one time I plagiarized something. Okay, so the one time I thank you, tangent time. The one time I remember plagiarizing something, it is ass. The one time I remember plagiarizing something, it was high school. It was my junior year. And it was a science class, and it was something where I was supposed to write it was some sort of essay thing. And for the life of me, I had so many other classes and things going on, I couldn't handle it. So I didn't go to ChatGPT. I didn't scour the internet. I found a really old dictionary. and I just copied the definitions from this old dictionary straight into it. Teacher didn't realize it at all. In fact, I don't think the teacher even read the thing. I think the teacher just saw, did this person write a bunch of stuff and do a few sentences look normal? Oh, good. Yeah, I know, Lone Digit. It's the one time I plagiarized. The one time. It takes ages to write anything, which chat GPT was around when I was in high school. Greetings, Lawnmower Girl. Welcome in. Welcome in. We were talking about using chat GPT to cheat, which isn't a good idea. This is Lawnmower Girl. She has a channel also on YouTube. Let me post a shout out for you just a moment. She has a channel also here on YouTube where she posts a lot of video content. Go there, subscribe, show her some love. Unless you use the worst option called Chat GPT. Yeah. Cheaters win unless you, yeah. And Grok. Grok isn't much better. Grok is not much better. Yeah, welcome in. How are you doing this evening? It's nice to see you stopping by. Yeah, so yeah, I was asking Grok about licensing some of this stuff, and it's helped with that. It has that's the one thing it's helped me with, was distilling it down on some of these things, if they're still stuck in licensing hell or not, and if I can get them. And luckily, it seems I've got a small list that I can use. But being honest, it's very hard not to plagiarize things in college and high school. True. The teachers never allow original thoughts, and you have to have sources for everything. You're forced to parrot. Yeah, I parroted. But in this case, because it was an old dictionary I was using, I don't think I even quoted the source, because I thought it would look weird if I said, I got this from a dictionary. So I may have given sources that weren't real sources. I don't remember. It's been a while. It's been a while since I was in high school. It's been a long time since I was in high school. Oh, I saw you were tweet earlier and thought you'd stop by. Well, thank you. Well, good. Yeah, everyone show Lawnmower Girl some love. She posts a lot of great content. She also is trying to hit 1K subscribers, and she had something up about eating pineapple pizza if she does, and pineapple pizza I think is awesome. So yeah, it's legit just quoting the source material all day. That's true. I hear y'all want to know how to write essays really easy. Please do. I mean, I don't need to do it anymore, but please do. I'd love to know what I should have known then. She's nice. You shouted her before. Pineapple pizza stays winning. Yes, it does. Let me guess. You got an F. Just kidding. No, I aced the thing. That's why I said I don't think the teacher read it. Yeah, so whatever tips you have, that'll be... Love to hear them. No, don't mention that atrocity of pineapple pizza. Honestly, I used to like it in combination. The secret is to tell a story. Oh, okay. Nice. I wonder if that would work with some of those science courses I took. It might have. It's a little late for me now, unfortunately, but... Huh. Yeah, I'm thinking that probably, at least that way you could get it, you could keep your thoughts rolling, and it's not like you're just quoting something. So nice. What was it? Boy, now that we're on the pineapple pizza comment, I used to love getting I don't think they have any more. Domino's used to have a fiery Hawaiian pizza. It was pineapple, jalapeno, bacon, Canadian bacon, ham. And I don't remember what else, but that was so good. That tactic wouldn't work anymore, but back when it sure did, yeah, it might have. Sorry for the comment. No, what comment? Let me guess you got it. No, that wasn't a problem, Judd. I should have gotten an F. Oh man, yeah, ham on pizza's good. Only thing I've never been able to do is I've never done anchovies. I just can't mentally wrap my head around anchovies. You can relay your facts by formatting. Once I figured out essays were just opinions, nice, yeah, I figured I might as well present like a first-hand story or something. Aces every essay after that. Good idea. Nice. Like I said, I wish I would have thought of something like that. Too late for me now, unfortunately. Well, I say that, I guess theoretically it's never too late. I might wind up going back to school at some point. I've had pear pizza. It was good. I have never thought of pear pizza. Best pizza is chicken and cream cheese. Okay, that I've never even thought of that. I'm going to have to take your word on that one. I love feta cheese on pizza, though. Feta's good. Feta and pineapple, winning combination. So what the heck is this? Yanosik. Pair with white chocolate. Okay, now you're just Luciano. Now you just gotta be you gotta be trolling me. That's chocolate. No, oh man, that's like some Ninja Turtles stuff. Nope. My bad. I actually posted how I did stuff in high school, but somehow it got filtered. Oh, did you? I don't know why it got filtered. The chatbot. Well, at least the chatbot didn't turn unintentionally racist again. I'm glad we haven't had any more incidents like that. So you only saw my comment about the tactic not working now. Ah, gotcha. The chatbot. Yeah, I have worked out. Boy, I'm going off on too many tangents tonight, aren't I? I did figure out with the chatbot how to get the automatic shout-outs put in when we get raids and whatnot. I just haven't had time to implement it, but I did figure that out. So the next time Hiraki stops by, she can't jump on me for not getting it done again. So Yanosik, Pog, he's learning. Yeah. Once I got off the phone with Grok, I make the best homemade pizza. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the pictures you post on Twitter for your pizzas look excellent. Time to all the returning rate. Not trolling. If you come to Brazil one day, I'll make you an all-you-can-eat pizza. They have the wildest flavors. If they really do that, that does sound wild. Holy Hannah. Yapabus means yapping. Tangent to your content. Good, sir. Thank you. Homemade is the best. Yes, homemade pizza, absolutely. I haven't made a homemade pizza in years. Time to add all the returning raiders. Yes, I will get that done soon, Megs. Hopefully tonight, depending on how long this stream goes. Because last night that theme hospital stream last night nearly killed me. One day I'll make you a slice, and I look forward to trying it. I would love that. Because your pizzas do look amazing. Okay, so I was thinking about putting this on. What is this? Challenging retro graphics action platformer. Free. I can't believe I went to sleep and you still went a whole hour more. Oh, Megs, I can't believe I did either. I have a goal with Theme Hospital. 1 level per stream. I didn't know 1 level was going to take 5.5 hours. So I am dead to the world right now. I don't know how I'm even talking. Seen some amazing looking pizza from Brazil. Never tried them. No, I definitely haven't. I know a YouTube channel that I subscribe to. He was going to make a peanut butter and jam pizza. Oh, pizza sauce and cheese regular topping. I'll pass on that, Judd. Thanks. Ham sounded good a moment ago. Pizza sounds good now. I think I'm hungry. Yeah. Bad thing about talking food. Chocolate with strawberry pizza, banana and cinnamon, all sorts of meat and cheese. Luciano, I don't know how to react to that. That really does. That's like giving me flashbacks to Ninja Turtles with Michelangelo ordering, a peanut butter pizza. I can't do a Michelangelo. Oh, shudders. My model can't shudder, so I just have to say that. Wink emoji, smirk emoji. Okay, so this is a freebie. I wonder if it'd be worth streaming. Let me blow it up. Maybe I'll blow it up. Ah, that's loud. Little. Sounds more like a dessert pizza for the first half and a dinner pizza for the second half, true. Fruit Punch Bicycle, welcome in, welcome in. Don't worry, the sweet pizzas don't have tomatoes. Thank God, Luciano. That's all I needed to know. Now I feel better. That's like a dessert protein pizza. Yeah. A good point. That does sound like, yeah. If I worked out, that would probably be something good to eat. I get enough workout with my job. Well, with my other job thing, the side gig. The one where they've lately been cheating me with my pay, but what can you do? I mean, well, what can you do? You can complain about it, but... Alright, this might be, this looks like it might be brutal enough to make me cry. I might put this one on the list. Since it is free on both GOG and Steam. In fact, I'll add it to the library on Steam. I've already got it on GOG. Oh, wait, I didn't want the demo of the other one. I wanted this. Oops. Okay. What do we got? I'm pretty sure oh, it's playing again. Pretty sure somewhere out there someone made a whey pizza. I don't know how that would turn out. I mean, I'll try almost anything once. Emphasis on almost. Okay, let me write this one down with a question mark. I never thought this one looked decent until I watched a video of it. Yano sick. At least it's a freebie too, so if anyone else wants to try it, free is good. We love free. Okay, Jazz. Question: did you never thought making YouTube your job? That's the dream, Judd. I think that's the dream for most streamers. I think is being able to turn it to something full time, but it's all the luck of the algorithm. Luck of the algorithm, and yeah, so I'd love to make it a full-time job, but it's a matter of getting something like that to be lucrative as a full-time job. In fact, a friend of the channel, Rhea Samira, she was discussing this the other day, too. You should always treat it... She always said, you know, it needs to be a hobby first. Because you never know if it's going to pan out. But I try to treat... I do want to say, I try to treat it like it's a full-time job. I try to produce enough content, and I try to focus on it enough where... it could be, and I hope I'm doing a good enough job of that for everyone. With all these rising prices, I'm starting to not be afraid of my Steam backlog anymore. Well, let me tell you, Lone Digit. Yeah, I'm in the same sort of situation with the backlog. As far as the rising prices, I've always been really cheap when it came to digital games. When it's been digital games, I'm someone who it's really hard to even get me to ever pay more than $10 for a digital game. If I'm going to be paying for something, I like, emphasis on like, to have a physical copy. Now, when it comes to the rising prices of physical copies, I don't like it, but I can live with it. Like, I will buy some of the stuff on occasion. Emphasis, again, on occasion. I'm using the word emphasis on a lot from the likes of Limited Run and some old stuff on eBay, but you're doing a great job. Thank you, Judd. Appreciate it. But yeah, with the digital games, yeah, they keep raising the prices. They're just not going to get me. They are just not going to get me because I'm already at a point where I won't. I like something tangible. Okay, Jazz Jackrabbit I should put on the list. Y'all know what Jazz Jackrabbit is, right? Okay, if you don't know what Jazz Jackrabbit is, I don't think there's a demo on Steam. Let me open up the GOG. GOG. I don't know why I say it like that, but I'm always going to say it like that. I'd love to open up eBay on here and go through prices, but I think I'm logged into it, so I'd probably dox myself. If I could speak, dox myself. Let's see. Love that theme song. Which one? Jazz Jackrabbit or that Yanosik? My game catalogs on GOG and Steam are enormous. Yeah, I do have some privacy settings enabled, but what specifically me, I have set to public online. Gotcha. High prices, bad economy, piracy up. Yep. Jazzy Jackrabbit is the best green rabbit. Yes, and the music. I loved the music on Jazz Jackrabbit, especially the Tube Electric level. I never played Jazz Jackrabbit 2, even though I've got it in the library, because I picked it up. Good Old Games had it really cheap at one point. They keep showing me the sussy games. I don't know why. I'm say so. Jazz Jackrabbit. For if anyone's lurking who doesn't know what Jazz Jackrabbit is, let me see if there are some screenshots or something. Yeah, they don't have any videos, but as for the game itself, it runs through DOSBox. Think it might have been the first Sound Blaster game I played. Nice. I have no idea what the first I don't know if it was Sound Blaster. I know I played one of the first PC games I played was something called Cosmos Cosmic Adventure, which was ad-lib music and the PC beeper sounds. I just thought of a good idea. Did you never play Tomb Raider? I've played it, but I've never played through it. That might be something to touch eventually, because I have picked those up over the years. There, as we scroll down the play night list, I'll pull those up. Okay, that's not necessarily the best cutscene, but okay, I must be on a different timeline now where y'all call it Jazz Jackrabbit. Sounds so bad. Try Jazzy Jackrabbit. Sounds way better. I like Jazzy Jackrabbit. Unfortunately, I guess the name, I like Jazzy Jackrabbit. Maybe they should have gone with that. Official name's Jazz, but I like Jazzy. There was a Game Boy one too. I never played the Game Boy one. I wonder how much it goes for. I'm afraid to look it up. I don't think I can check eBay on here. Yeah, I'm sure I can't. I'm not going to try. I'm not going to try because I've doxed myself enough times. The Jazz Jackrabbit music sometimes echoes in my mind when I'm half asleep. My friend used to play those games all the time. The one level, the Tube Electric, I always remember. Yeah, it might be a Mandela effect thing with Jazzy Jackrabbit versus Jazz Jackrabbit. I think, didn't Angry Video Game Nerd do something about that with the Berenstain Bears name? Because I guess the spelling of Berenstain Bears is different than everyone's been spelling it. $1 million, just, oh, that'd be nice. I'll take that. I used to tell it wouldn't be a million, but it's probably, I'm going to guess it's probably around the $100 mark. I used to tell my friends Jazzy was like Sonic with guns. Thank you. I'm glad I'm not the only person who ever said that. At one point when I was trying to describe it to someone, and it was someone who was it was for her kid. I want to say it was a teacher back when I was in college or high school. No, it wasn't that long ago. No, it definitely was a college or high school. It must have been like elementary school. There was a teacher or something, and was one of these anti-video game violence, whatever. And I mentioned that Jazz Jackrabbit was good for kids, and mentioned it was Sonic with guns, and that didn't go over great. 90 plus on eBay. That's outside of my price range. I've only paid that amount for, God, I hate to say I've even done it. There are two games I paid about around that amount for. See, they said Jazzy. It should be Jazzy. Works better. What next song? And but I will say Jazz Jackrabbit on GOG a few months ago, or maybe it was earlier, like last month. I want to say they had it down to like $1.50, which isn't bad. I think it was $1.50 for both of them, and that includes all the Christmas stuff. Okay, so Jazz Jackrabbit 2. Jet Gunner, I'm going to pass. Okay, Jill of the Jungle, that was mentioned earlier. Jill of the Jungle, by the way, is freeware now if anyone's interested in it. At least through GOG. I don't think they have it on Steam. Let me check. Jill of the Jungle is an old Epic Mega Games platformer. Epic Games, before they were Epic Games, they were Epic Mega Games, and then they dropped to the Mega and they became Basic. Nope, that's not on there. Must just be on. Too bad Pal World didn't exist back when Pokemon with guns would have been would make any teacher go insane. I've never played Pal World, but I've watched enough streams of it. It looked interesting. Lunar Lunar is an RPG. I don't know if Lunar is available. Well, yeah, it is. Huh? There's a remastered collection. Well, I'm gonna get bonked for this music. Huh. I didn't know there was a remaster. Two Tales, 1,000 Years Apart. Well, that's fitting for me and my Steam backlog, because usually it takes me $1,000. Remember shareware CDs? Oh, do I, Lawnmower Girl? I've still got 1 or 2 of them in a box somewhere. Yeah, I miss shareware. I miss the old days of shareware before it just became demo versions. I loved getting a full episode of a game. Make it seem like you'd bought a whole game, but you hadn't. Yeah, that's one of those things that I don't know what would have happened to, I'm adding that to the wish list. Maybe Christmas. I don't know what would have happened to PC gaming if shareware wouldn't have come along. Without shareware, I'm thinking, yeah, I don't know where PC gaming would be now if we wouldn't have had the shareware industry. Shareware diskettes are all the parental rage. Doom, yeah. Okay, that's something I've got somewhere. I do have, even though I've got the full version of Doom somewhere, I've got a shareware CD of Doom that came a couple years ago. I picked up some of those old like 10 CDs for $10 bundles, and one of them had a Doom shareware CD. If you have one where they had BBS store games, mine's on one of them. It's technically the first story of my universe. Ooh, okay. I don't know if I did. I don't know if any of them had that. I never used much bulletin board stuff. I never used many BBS things, unfortunately. You have such, I am going to say, you have such an extensive lore, Lawnmower Girl. It just, every time I see, I feel like I get another glimpse of it, and it's just mind-boggling. Be right back. Okay, Judd? Okay, we'll add that. Yeah. I had the shareware diskettes and the collection that came out around the time of Doom 3. Oh, I still have the code somewhere. Nice. Oh my gosh. Very cool. Very, very cool. I wish I had more of my stuff from years ago like that. I mean, now I hoard more than I should, but okay, we don't need to add Lunar. Jazz. Well, we'll do Jazz. I did do the Christmas Jazz Jackrabbit this past holiday season, so maybe we'll do the rest of, well, we'll put it Jazzy there. I don't know what Jazzy is. Collection was on CD. Oh, okay. I think I might remember when that set was out. Yeah, and I'm having so much fun with Lonnie. Like it's going to get crazy odd. Yeah, your Lonnie series, that's interesting. I'm really curious to see how it's going to keep evolving. My only regret was not getting Quake Wars on Steam when they offered it. I don't even know Quake Wars. So, okay, Quake. I've got digital version of Quake. I still have never played the thing. Quake Wars. What is Quake Wars? Oh, is it not on there anymore? Oh, when they offered. Oh, I see. So it was delisted. Okay. I don't even know what Quake Wars is. Now, I will say one thing with Quake. There was a really bad X-Men Total Conversion add-on pack expansion that was sold in stores. It has been released freeware, so if you've got Quake, you can go download it and download it. I can't speak. I'm so tired. Download it and add it in. Remember Quake freeware CD with 9-inch nails? I never played the freeware CD. I know. I want to say, Lawnmower Girl, that the version on GOG now might have 9-inch nails restored. I want to say some of the online versions do. Because I know that they had removed all of the 9-inch nails music from it. Okay, Quake, let me check. Well, I'm right there with Quake. Why am I looking it up again? Let me see, because I want to say Bethesda added it back in. There, I finally changed my age to 1900, so this thing won't keep thinking I was born in 82. You put in 82 one time just because it's a great year for movies and everyone thinks you're born then. The same is true for any old games on Steam. Steam database can lead you to their pages. Oh, okay. I haven't checked Steam data. Well, I have used Steam database to download older versions of the aforementioned Doom and Dragon Slayer. Let's see. The description. Okay, original remastered. Original soundtrack and theme song by Trent Reznor. Okay, so it does have the original Trent Reznor music on the current one. Was there more music on the freeware? Now I'm curious. Now you've got me curious, Lawnmower Girl. Okay, Quake. Let's do the shareware. 9-inch nails. And no, it's just giving me 9-inch nails. Okay, opening it up. Again, the comment before the Steam database comment you read was filtered. Really? I don't know why it's filtering it. Let me take a look at the... it might be YouTube themselves doing it, because I'm looking at... because usually when the chat bot does it, Daylin, it usually will tell me. I don't know why it's not even telling me, so it very well could be YouTube themselves filtering things. The reaction, music by, okay. Or playable in ACD. This version is at which episode 1 full version. Okay. It doesn't say if it was different than the final release. Okay. Quake soundtrack. Aside from the first relatively driving track, Quake is a predominantly ambient. Okay. Reznor's first experimentation with the genre. Later go on to win an Academy Award for his ambient sound. I can't speak. Soundtrack work. What do you win the Academy Award for? Of course it doesn't say. Thank you, Wikipedia. About the soundtrack, Reznor said it's not music, it's textures and ambiances and whirling machine noises and stuff. Okay, he sounds like me and stuff. Tried to make the most sinister, looks for old CD binder. You know, that's one thing I did at one point I had moved all my, because I don't have most of my big boxes for my PC games. I was like a lot of people, I kept my manuals, but I threw out the big boxes. And if I knew then what I know now about prices, I never would have, because I probably would be, you know, could buy a car based on that. But all of my CDs, at one point, I took them out of their jewel cases and I put them in sleeves in a box. And thankfully, I didn't get rid of the jewel cases because eventually I put them all back in there. But then I ripped them all to the hard drive, so I don't know when I'll ever need to get to the CDs again. Hey, Dalen, sorry if I misspell it correctly. Oh, no worries. Long story short, Steam database can access delisted game pages if they're not removed from Steam. Only Ubisoft completely removes pages through Steam, removes any violations of policies or laws. I cannot stand Ubisoft. I really cannot stand Ubisoft. So yeah, well, I still haven't played through Quake yet. I picked it up on a GOG. Oh wait, no, not GOG. I did it on Steam, but yeah, I haven't played through it yet. I did start playing the X-Men add-on, but it is horrible. The reviews were correct. What do we have here? Okay, so Jill of the Jungle is freeware now. That makes two of us about Ubisoft. Yeah. Rest in peace. I do think Ubisoft's not long for this world. I think they're going to go under. Totally going to go bankrupt. Yeah, and they're so heavy with their DRM. They've always been so heavy with their DRM. Oh, you might be able to... Ooh, Scorched Earth. You might be able to do a community games of Scorched Earth. I remember having an old copy on an old family PC had a copy of Scorched Earth. That was so much fun. Do they have it on Moby? Does Moby Games list it? That's something I wish someone would do a modernized remake of that. Just, I mean, not 3D, but just an updated version with online multiplayer. Forget Marvel Rivals. Forget Fortnite. Scorched Earth. Let's get online Scorched Earth. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Scorched Earth, it was always a freeware game. And it's basically like Worms, but with tanks. Little itty-bitty tanks. So you just would control your little tanks and try to shoot each other. Worms, yes. And now, I never played much of the Worms games. I tried them out a little bit. My reaction to the Worms games was honestly, well, I'd rather be playing Scorched Earth. But yeah, Scorched Earth, I forget. Yeah, it looks like you could do up to like, how many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 players there, so who knows how many you could do. But it was just all you'd have options like parachutes. You could get shields, magnetic shields, all sorts of different weapons. Some of the weapons were just stupid, too. Worms Armageddon is my favorite. Great LAN party game. Ooh. Launch Dirt. Yeah, Launch Dirt. You could launch bombs that would just explode dirt over the tank, so you could bury them under a pile of dirt so they damage themselves trying to blast out. The nukes that would cover the whole screen, so if you weren't far enough away, congratulations, you did just, like actual World War III, you just killed everyone. Start a new Twitch trend. I would love that. I would love you, man. If Scorched Earth had if someone would release that with an online multiplayer, that would be amazing. Between that and Super Indie Karts, which we've talked about a few times, which is a PC version of Mario Kart, but it's local multiplayer only. Yeah, I think it would be a Twitch trend, a YouTube trend, a Twitch trend. It's so basic, it would... Why the heck not? Okay, releases. Yeah, 1991, and then there was a 1995. I guess. Oh, they finally upgraded it in 1995. I don't know if I ever played the 1995 one. Is it on PC Gaming Wiki? Let's see. Is there a source port? It needs a source port. Scorched Earth. There's an official website? Does it still... Oh, wow. Okay, so the website was last updated in 2012, but it's still there. Unreal Tournament 2004 was fun too. The Redeemer was a nuke bazooka that you could guide to a destination. I've never played Unreal Tournament. I played the original Unreal. I know that the first Unreal and Unreal Tournament were released freeware, weren't they? Yeah, because I downloaded Tournament, but I definitely haven't played the 2004 one. There was like this whole period, and I've talked about this before, chat, where I like fell off the face of the earth with gaming. And it's a time period where I know I passed on some stuff in some gaming shops that was really cheap that I hate myself for. I may have found an online version maybe. Ooh, well, if you did, I'd be interested in hearing what the name of it is, and we'll take a look at it. Okay, the totally scorched earth file contains ready to run copies of every official version. Myst was a really hard game. Myst, that's another. I love point and clicks. I've never played through Myst. I've got it. It's one that's on the list for point and click night. They were, yes, I think Steam offered or offers them free too. Did they from Steam? Okay, because I got it from I went and did the download links that were on archive.org. God bless archive.org. They've saved me from having to rip floppy disks, because I don't want to deal with ripping floppy disks, because the little USB floppy drives don't work. I'll research around, give it time. Sure, there's an online one. Well, if you find it, yeah, that'd be great. Myst, I love Jack Wall, made great music for that series. See, and I'm just not familiar enough with Myst. I do remember there was a parody version, PYST, Pissed, starring John Goodman. Let me pull that up. I think Moby Games probably has that listed. That's something I wish I had. I'd love to pull that. I'd love to do a streaming day with that. It'd be a one-off, but that'd be fine. Yeah, 1996. The best-selling CD-ROM game of all time is not inside this box. 4 million people have trashed the island. Now it's your turn. Man, oh man. Unreal Tournament might have also been, or possibly still is on GOG. Let's take a look. Hold on just a sec. Isn't John Goodman in this? I thought John Goodman was in this. I would swear John Goodman was in... Yeah, okay. Yeah, John Goodman was in it. Boy, high-resolution graphics there. Let's check. Let's check GOG real quick. I don't know if GOG has Unreal. But GOG's the only one that has any Epic Games stuff, practically. Which there's one Epic's game I really wish they'd get. It's called Radix Beyond the Void. I only played it once in a shareware, and it was it was like Descent, but not. It didn't make me nauseous, which is what I look for in something that's Descent, but not. Unreal. Okay, nope. Well, that's unfortunate. It gave me Unreal Lust Theory. I don't think that's the one. I don't think that was what we were looking for. Oh dear. Unreal here. Nope. Same thing here. Well, Steam's got an Unreal, but I don't think it's the one we're looking for. I mean, maybe it's what you're looking for. I'm not judging. Quietly judges. All right, so... Yeah, that's sad. I guess all of the Unreals are delisted. That's unfortunate. All right, well, I'll put that on the list anyway, since we've got it anyway, Unreal. And I'm going to mark down Scorched Earth, too, just because I might want to do that for a figure something out. I know it was given free somewhere because I even got it, but I don't remember where now. It was listed, there was an Unreal, there was a website for Unreal, Old Unreal, I think it was, which was dedicated to its preservation. I want to say moddb.com, mod database, they might have something with it. I think PC Gaming Wiki has links, and I know archive.org has it because they were hosting the disk images there. Let's do Scorched Earth. The mother of all games. Scorched Earth. Okay. In fact, here, I'll double check PC Gaming Wiki. Unreal. Well, Unreal Gold is the one that was given away free. Unreal Gold unavailable in Germany. Oh, that's that. Okay. Freeware game free in its entirety. Official patches. Okay, those are the patches. Texture filtering. Man, I'm sorry. I'm not going to be doing all that to my copy of Unreal. I just want to play it and have it work. Mandatory ASLR. I don't know what that means. Restore 3D sound. Oh, okay. So you can get the three. I don't have 3D sound hooked up. Doesn't matter. Return to not playing audio logs. They're. Oh, okay. Music peaking. Mods are where. Okay, there's no link there. But old Unreal is what we're looking for. Maybe it's under the mod DB. Let's take a look. Just for anyone, if anyone's looking for it. Unreal. Well, here, I'll just go to Unreal Tournament because that'll tell me. Profile. I don't need to download the profile. No. No, this is just going to be... Okay, archive.org has it. I know archive.org has it. It probably still is old Unreal. Let's see if we could just find that website real quickly. Old Unreal. Okay, downloads. Old Unreal's download. Yeah, they've got it. Is offering, there you go. Old Unreal is offering every download here for free, no registration. Downloads for Unreal. Full game installers. So there. The full game installers. We don't have permission to host the full game. They host the installer. And there it is, the original disk image for from archive.org. So yeah, it is archive.org. I can't speak tonight. I'm sorry that my words keep slurring, weird chat. I did not get enough rest last night, and it's catching up with me now. Which makes for great content. All right, what's next on the list? Okay, Jill of the Jungle, yeah. I'm not going to load up Jill of the Jungle. I'm not going to load up the game. Is there a video for it? No, there isn't, but if you want it, it's free on... Man, those are tiny screenshots. Okay. I guess I will open it up. It's free on Good Old Games. It is not... One thing to note about it, it is not Creative Commons free. It is freeware, but it is not free for distribution. I still have the Dragon Ball Z bid for Power Quake 3 mod before they got a cease letter. Oh dear. If you ever want to go that route. Wow. That sounds awesome. That sounds... I don't have Quake 3, unfortunately, but if I'll be in touch if I get... if I ever pick up a copy of Quake 3. I wonder... You know, okay, now you got me wondering. Since they got a cease and desist... I wonder if Archives has it. Because I know they're forced to take some stuff down. Let's see. Now you've got me curious. Dragon Ball. Bid for power. No, it doesn't come up. Yeah, if I ever pick up Quake 3, I'll get in touch with you, Lawnmower Girl. That might be fun. That might be fun to do a stream of. Assuming it doesn't get a cease and desist. It's really fun. When they figure out how to do beam fights, it was over. Nice. Wasn't there another game that used the Jill of the Jungle engine? Yes, and I'm glad you brought that up. Lone Digit, yes, there was another one called Zargon. And it is freeware also. And okay, what was it Grok told me? Because Grok and Elon's little baby AI baby Grok and I had a conversation about it. I guess the original 1994 game, I think it is, of Zargon. Let me pull that up. I want to say it is freeware, but it's not Creative Commons. But there is a Zargon like special edition or Zargon Plus 2004 or something that adds a couple extra levels from the creator, which has been released with a Creative Commons license. So you're free to distribute it. You're even free to resell it. I wonder if that comes up on here too. I'm going to look up. I might have to see if I can find some screenshots of that bid for power. Hold on. Zargon. Zargon. The Zargon trilogy. Yeah, this is it. Permission to post a link. I'll do you one better. Just a moment. Just give me 1 second. Because it won't let me... I would give you permission, but my bot will block it. Let me fix that for you real quick. In fact, since you and I do consider you to be a mutual. So there, I went ahead and turned you blue. You can go ahead and post a link. I can DM it to you. Yeah, that's fine. Why don't you go ahead and DM it? Well, yeah, go ahead and DM it to me because I don't want to accidentally lose it. Because if it's in the chat, I might lose it unless I copy and paste it real quick. Or if you want to post it here too for anyone who, if you want to post it here for anyone else who might be interested to it, go ahead too. Okay, there we go. DBZ games download. I'm gonna go ahead and just click it I'm gonna click it on my side and save it in a window. Okay, there we go. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Thank you for the blue matches, my new avatar. No problem. No problem. Like I said, I consider you to be a mutual. Okay. Zargon. So there. Yeah, Zargon. Yeah, you were right about the lone digit about that's the other Jill of the Jungle engine game. There might be some other games that use the engine but used it differently, because I want to say there's what was it, Kilo Blaster? I want to say all of Epic Mega Games stuff from that period used the same engine, like, for everything. Because if you look at Kilo Blaster, the layout with the HUD is similar to Jill of the Jungle and to Zargon also. So I want to say Kilo Blaster, which is freeware, but it is not Creative Commons. I'm only specifying that because I've been researching it recently. Yeah, it uses the same engine. What about Solar Winds? Why am I looking all this up now? Now I'm curious about Solar Winds. Which Solar Winds was pretty neat. I never played through the whole thing, but it was... Yeah, I think it uses the same engine too. I think they all of Epic Mega Games stuff from this period must use the same engine. I did a Kilo Blaster mini documentary on my other channel. Nice! Really? Oh, wow. Nifty. I vaguely remember. I remember it more in name than in gameplay. I know it was like a Galaga clone type of thing. A very lengthy Galaga clone. A 3-episode Galaga clone. Okay, where was I? Oh, by the way, just a mention for anyone who's wondering, I've mentioned this on past streams. Let me zoom it in a little more, too. The launcher program that I use on PC, This is a free piece of software called Playknight. Not all. I'm known by many names. I respond to them all. True. That's one thing I've discovered. This launcher is called Playknight. It is 100% free. It can tie into Steam. It can tie into GOG. It can tie into Epic Games. And it is infinitely customizable as far as putting in your own artwork, your own game details, putting things in the order that you want them. So much more than Steam Big Picture. It's basically Launchbox, but it's free. So if you're looking for a good game launcher, Playknight, N-I-T-E. I didn't remember this, but back in 2022, Amazon Prime gave away the dig. Did they? Well, I still had my CD-ROM, luckily. That's one of those things I wish I had kept my big PC box for, because where I'd gotten the dig, where I got most of my LucasArts stuff was they used to put out these collections called the LucasArts Archives. And each one was like a 6 CD-ROM set, and I would say like 2 of the CDs in each one were shareware or expanded shareware demo versions, but they were loaded with stuff. That's where I picked up my original copy of Rebel Assault and Dark Forces. Amazon Prime gives away so many games, it's crazy. I got like 60 free games from them. That's one thing I've discovered now on Megs since I finally did I hated joining Amazon. I finally joined Amazon just because I didn't want to have to fight to get free shipping, and I thought it would help me with my returns. Do I have a game I missed? That's a good question. A game that I miss playing. Here, let me come back to that. I got to think on that. Yeah, so I've just started gathering the stuff on Amazon, though I've only been doing the stuff that they've got from GOG. I haven't been doing the Epic Store stuff since I don't have an account there. Claimed on September 2nd, according to account history. Nice. Do I have a game I miss? Oh. Man, oh man, oh man. PC gaming wise, I can't say I do on PC because I haven't really, I'm bad about hoarding things. And so I've still got pretty much all my stuff, and I think everything that's been important to me on PC, I've been lucky enough that maybe it didn't run a few years ago, but it runs now. As far as the consoles I still have, I can't say there's anything I've parted with that I miss. What I can say, there are a couple arcade games I miss. Okay, there are two. There are two things, and one of them is something that I got rid of, Lawnmower Girl, and it's something I hate myself for getting rid of. Okay, the ones that I miss, which I would desperately want to play. Ooh, you got Loom? Nice, nice. I wish it was the floppy disk version. I mean, I'm lucky, and I'm lucky I've got the floppy disk version, but I wish that was the version that was on GOG and everything, because, man, the floppy version is so much better. Okay, so arcade game-wise, the one game I missed from arcades, which I wish there was a perfect port of, is the Star Trek arcade game, the old Star Trek Strategic Operations Simulator. It was a vector graphics Star Trek game. There are versions on Atari which don't quite do it justice. Let's pull it up. Let's see if we can find a clip of it. Oh my gosh, it's got, okay, Star Trek arcade game. It's from 1982, and I only encountered it once in an arcade. It was released by Sega. Darn. Mute. I don't want to see your ad, Amazon, just because I was talking. You heard me talking about you, didn't you, Amazon? Oh, the Star Wars one. Now, see, I've never played the Star Wars one. I never had a chance to play the old Star Wars arcade version game. And I know it was included with one of the GameCube games. Rogue Squadron 3, maybe? It was Star Wars. Okay. I remember that. Well, there was a Star Trek one also. The Star Wars one I know of, and there was also this one. And I've only played it once or twice. And it had the bottom of the screen was your first-person view, while the top was your navigation. And I swear, the first time I played it, I couldn't figure out what the heck I was doing. I must have been, yeah. Well, the problem with it, Lawnmower Girl and everyone else, is not many of them have survived. I guess they had really defective circuitry, really defective soundboards, and so, I don't know, they might have had power supply issue. Basically, they're all in a dump somewhere. There are a few that have been restored, but most of them, they broke down. The other game I would say that I miss, and it's something that we talked about at length on the channel about a week ago. It was Thayer's Quest. Thayer's Quest was one of the only games made for a console called the RDI Halcyon. If you've never heard of the Halcyon, it makes the Nintendo Switch 2 look like a budget dollar store system. We're paying, you know, the Switch 2 is $450, upwards of that. The RDI Halcyon, which I never owned, but the RDI Halcyon, the price for it in 1984 was $2,400, and with inflation, if you were to buy an RDI Halcyon at cost today, it would be about $7,400, which is insane. But they only had 2 games for it, and one of them was Thayer's Quest, and there was a DVD-ROM version reissue of Thayer's Quest. It was a Laserdisc-based game. And I had the DVD-ROM version. I wound up reselling it because the price of it had jumped up to a couple $100, and I just thought at that time, a couple $100, I'm going to resell it because it's probably going to be reissued on Steam. It was never reissued on Steam. Dragon's Lair Cousin, yep. I hate when cool hardware is finicky, so it all ends up in the dumps. Yeah. I kept hoping the Star Trek arcade game would get reissued by Arcade 1-Up. That hasn't happened. Where is Thayer's Quest? Thayer's Quest trailer. We'll just play the trailer. From Digital... Okay, and the trailer, it shows from Digital Leisure Inc. Digital Leisure Inc. sold the DVD-ROM. So, and they still sell the Dragon's Lair games, as you mentioned. Wawa... I don't need to hear about Wawa. So they've still got the license to it, but they've never released it to Steam. They've never remastered it again after the DVD-ROM release.
Journey to a fantastic realm of magic and wonder, where a young hero strives.
It's basically a precursor to the point-and-click adventures that we've got now, or that we had later in the 80s, early 90s.
Come to a world of wizards.
An FMV point-and-click.
Bright steel and dark magic, of heroic deeds and base treacheries. Thayer's Quest.
Oh, that's
the fantasy.
Oh, that's the limit to the trailer. That's not much of a trailer. Never mind. Yeah, and it's really sad for those of you who saw the stream when we were doing the deep dive on RDI by accident. Rick Dyer and his wife, they bet their whole, like, all their life savings on the success of the Halcyon game console. And I don't know at what point they got the idea that, hey, if we sell a console for $2,400 in 1984, people are going to buy it. People didn't have that spending cash in 1984. People don't have that spending cash now. Good gravy. But that's a good question. Anyone else in chat? You, Lawnmower Girl, Judd, anyone else? Is there a, Daylin, Omegs, is there a specific game you miss that is not available today or that you wish you could get back? Let me know in the chat. Maybe we will look it up real quick. Real quickly, hydration break. If you've got a drink, take a drink. Hydrate or dihydrate. I love Dragon Slayer. I was introduced to Dragon Slayer, again, DVD-ROM. It was a DVD edition of the game, was the first version I played, which I still have to this day. Fun, fun, fun. Tough as nails, but fun. Okay, Jet Gunner, it's an 8-bit thing. Okay, Jim Power. I'm going to pull that up real quick. Zelda, Link to the Past, great choice. That's a great game. That's got to be one of the best Zeldas. What was I? Oh, Jim Power. Yeah, let me look up Jim Power and clear that. Clear that Unreal game that wasn't Unreal off my list. Oh wow, there was a trailer for this. I missed the Conduit on Wii. It was just a fun multiplayer title. Okay, now see, and I didn't really play anything much on the Wii. My last console was a GameCube, and then after GameCube, I kind of fell out of gaming even on PC. Let me look that up. Let me go back to Moby Games. Oh, wait, Moby Games. No, that's not it. Moby Games. Where? Thank you. There. The Conduit. Oh, there was a special edition, too. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, well, I guess the special edition was in Europe. Of course, Europe got the special edition. Oh, well, it's not even showing any... All right, let's try again. I was just talking about the Conduit the other day. Very good. Really? Great minds. Let's see. Yeah, I've never... Okay. Okay, so it's an... And there's no screenshots? Really? All right. Okay, so it was an FPS. Nice. Single-player campaign, multiplayer modes, arsenal of sci-fi gadgets. Ooh, okay, good. See, and I've never played many multiplayer first-person shooters. Most of my first-person shooter stuff has been all single-player. I would say the channels on the original Wii, Weather Channel. Yeah, you mentioned before, Daylin, that was what led your family to buy a Wii, was the Weather Channel stuff. It was made by High Voltage, but the Wiimote nunchuck controls hit excellently. Nice. That was the reason I wish I would have gotten the Wii. Well, two reasons. Number one was the wireless controls. I really wanted to really try the motion controls out, and I never did. And also the backwards compatibility with GameCube, so that I could have done my GameCube stuff in component video, because my GameCube model's one of the models that doesn't have component, which kind of stinks. In your opinion, what's the better game, Link to the Past or Wind Waker? Just curious. I'm going to say Link to the Past just because I prefer the 2D Zelda games to the 3D. Wind Waker, I started playing. I never played all the way through it. I have it on GameCube. I've never played through it. Not exactly games, but true. High Voltage Software don't have best games, but Conduit and Hunters the Reckoning were good. Okay. I liked the Weather Channel. Hey, why not? I mean, that was kind of a new thing, putting that type of stuff into a game console. I mean, the Ouya was filled with stuff like that, and we all know how successful the Ouya was. I'm going to say Link Between Worlds. Okay, I've never played Link Between Worlds. Oh, wait, is Link Between Worlds... Okay, is that the one I'm thinking of? No, it's not. Okay. Luciano, the Wii was a fun console for parties. Got my friends together to play like the old PS1 days. See, and that's one of the things that got me into GameCube. I was pretty much fresh out of college right when it hit. Well, fresh out of community college. And the place I was working at, someone would always be bringing in their GameCube, and they were just playing all sorts of multiplayer games during their breaks. Wii was the amazing vibe. was amazing. The vibe, yeah. I wish I would have tried some of this stuff. That's okay, but this time we're all old enough to drink. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Weather Channel had a high level of accuracy. I regularly used it. And there's no screenshots here either. What is it? Is Nintendo banning screenshots? Brave all new dungeons, face through shower to a wee world, merge into out of walls, beat dungeons like never before. Wait, what? Okay, I'm not that familiar with Link Between Worlds. And the nighttime global mode music was peak. Gotcha. I use the Weather Channel like every day. In your opinion, why did the Wii U fail? I don't know. I'm not familiar enough with it. I think if I was going to guess, I'm going to say I'm going to say it didn't know what it wanted to be because of the tablet style controller with the screen on it versus being a full screen system. It seems to me they took the lessons from the Wii U and turned it into the Switch, because the Switch bridged the gap more of being a portable and a full screen system. But my guess with the Wii U is just it didn't know what it wanted to be. Wii bowling using the slick floor to slide on with your socks. Never played. Was basically alternate Link to the Past, but on DS. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, my Zelda knowledge just kind of comes to a halt after the GameCube titles, which I've never played. That's the thing, I've never played through them. Wii U failed in marketing. Okay, on the second screen, just never panned out. All its best games are better elsewhere. Gotcha. I saw somewhere, chat, and I don't know who brought it up. It was some channel I was watching, that there's a problem now with the Wii U, with people who are holding on to them, where I guess if you don't use it every so often, the systems are breaking down. So just a warning to anyone, if you collect for the Wii U, if you don't take it out and use it, it's going to rust, for lack of a better way to put it. Apparently they are breaking down, which is unfortunate, because I hate to see that. We need to get you a Wii and Wii Sports someday. Man, I need to upgrade on something. I mean, I'm doing fine with the PC stuff, but yeah. And I need to do more GameCube stuff even on stream. So far, I've only done one GameCube game on stream, and that was Mega Man X Command Mission. So that's probably the most recent Nintendo-oriented thing I've had. Wii U did away with popular channels, and that backfired along with other bad ideas. Gotcha. It happens. I mean, the Virtual Boy was a bad idea. Oh, man. That's a memory I hate to have. As far as collecting stuff, I remember, chat, the Virtual Boy, when I was just a little Madamus, saving up my allowance money, scrounging around for pennies. And my local Target had marked down the Virtual Boys to $20 a piece. They were $20 a piece. And I know I had scrounged, I had it, or I could have scrounged it for it. Didn't do it. And even though, I mean, the system probably would have made me blind, I really wish I would have done that. Halloween, Eternal Darkness stream. I wish I had Eternal Darkness. I don't have Eternal Darkness on GameCube. Is it on any other systems? That's one that and you know, that's one of those ones, Lawnmower Girl, I remember passing on that. I remember that, never bought it. Yeah, I remember passing on it a few times. And that's one of the things, I'm going to be honest, the GameCube is one of my biggest regrets as a system. I picked up the GameCube mostly just for the full screen Game Boy capability, but then I got suckered in by a lot of the games that were on clearance. I used to be, and still am, a sucker for clearance, so I bought up so much shovelware crap when it was $5 and $10 that now I would never touch. I have it, I can lend it to you. I might take you up on that. We'll see if we can work something out. That'd be, yeah. Okay. I do remember this. I remember passing it by and a high Moby score too. Yeah, we were talking the other day too. GameCube. Some of the stuff I sold off on GameCube, I really regret. I had something on GameCube called Killer 7, and I couldn't make any headway on it. And I remember selling it off at some point when prices had started going up. And yeah, I wish I wouldn't have done that. What does this look like? Sucker for Love. Sucker for... we need to play the sequel to that. Sucker for Love, for anyone who's not who's not familiar with it, it is a combination dating visual novel and horror game where you're dating Cthulhu. And it doesn't matter if reality's getting destroyed around you because you're in love. Sucker for Love was a lot of fun. That was so fun. Fun fact, did you know that Jin Hale was in the game? No, I didn't. I hope the Virtual Boy start attracting more modern programmers. The hardware is neat and works well with modern VR sets. Yeah, that'd be interesting. It'd be worth revisiting, especially with modern 3D. Oh, wow, okay. Okay, this is making me think, is this sort of like a Resident Evil type thing? Because, yeah, gosh, that's another thing I got rid of were my Resident Evils. I've always hated myself for that, too. Add to the list of things I hate. You know, Metroidvania, survival horror. Okay, so it is like it is sort of like a Resident Evil thing. Yeah. Okay, game features an involved magic system. Allows different spells to be created. Okay. Spells can attack enemies, dispel illusions, and heal both the body and items. Oh. Unique feature called Sanity. If an enemy sees a character, their sanity meter drops. Oh, wow. I would totally date Cthulhu. Cthulhu was best girl. That game was something else. That game was something else. And surprisingly say so. I was afraid we were going to get into a really questionable content. Okay, here's the lowdown. Sure. Aside from characters, you have health and mana meters. Okay. Yeah, this sounds... It does seem like it would really be worth giving a shot. Play Always Insane. Play with a Wavebird. And there are 4 endings. Oh, wow. A Wavebird. Oh, man, I don't have any wireless controls. All my GameCube controllers are wired. But so that's a little bit out of the question. But... there are 4 endings. Oh, wow. Okay, so it's got a lot of replayability. That's nice. That's nice. Review ranking number 15 on game. Oh, my gosh. Mostly pleasant until she wakes from her afternoon nap. That is the truth with Cthulhu. Lynetta, that was her name, yeah. Man, I really made a mistake passing on this one. Because on Moby Games, I'm noticing it's number 15 out of 508 ranked GameCube games. Wow, that is high on the best of list. Now I'm wondering about Killer 7. What did I get rid of? How far did it... Where's it ranking? Number 97. Okay, well, it's not even as high as Eternal Darkness. I really did make a mistake there. Ending scale to 2, so 1 leads into 2. Oh, okay, and so on. Nice. And Game Boy player games. Yeah. Okay, mostly I've always played with my Wavebird, even Super Smash Brothers Brawl and Game Boy player games. For Game Boy Player, I had picked up on the GameCube, and I think it was it AliExpress? No, this was years later. So this was just a few years ago. It was on eBay. It was a wired Wii controller, but it was one of the Wii controllers that was made more like the classic game pads. But it had been, I guess, rewired for GameCube or something. I don't know quite the origins of it, but it worked great for playing the Castlevania games through the Game Boy player. I was always disappointed the Game Boy player didn't support the Super Game Boy colors and backgrounds. I'm going to find a Wavebird and lend it to you too then. How much do they cost? Oh, I can't look them up. I'll get doxxed again. I would look them up, but man, I get doxxed every time I go on, let's see. There might be a modern remake. I wonder if oh boy, 117. Okay, used is 57. Okay. I wonder. I think I got the Game Boy player and Wavebird from Circuit City or directly from Nintendo. Nice. I can tell you where I got my GameCube and Game Boy player. It was a store called Media Play, which was a division connected to Suncoast Video, and they had an incredible rewards point program. So it was a case where I bought the GameCube and got the player for free. Wavebird, one set of AA batteries lasts for like years. Wow. Okay, now that's impressive because I'm used to controllers running out after, I mean, like the modern ones, you keep having to recharge. Let me see real quick. Does Retrobit have, or Hyperkin have something similar? Because Retrobit, I like Retrobit's controllers. Retrobit, if you like Sega Genesis, you owe it to yourself to get your hands on a Big 6. The Retrobit Big 6 is an amazing controller. They make a USB one, I think, too. It might be discontinued now. Wait a second. No. They don't sell the Power Stick anymore. I know they don't. In stock? In stock? Well, where the heck do I get it then? Okay, well, you can't buy directly from them. Right, the best controller ever. Suncoast, I meant. The Big 6 from Sega, yeah, it was... Oh, they don't even list it anymore. Okay, what do we have? They got an N64 Tribute 64. Oh, okay, there's more pages. Maybe the Big 6 is on here. Legacy 16, that's USB. Regular 6-button. These Tribute ones, those are interesting. Nope. Maybe Hyperkin does. I do have a couple Hyperkin controllers, and they are... I've had better luck with Hyperkin's controllers than I have with their consoles. Because if you have ever used some of their consoles, their retro consoles, Hyperkin, they're very hit or miss, including the Retron 5, which I love the concept of, but it just feels wrong. For me, the GameCube itself came from my family as a gift, same as DS Lite. Nice, so I don't know the origin stores. Hyperkin. Let's game. Controllers. Shop now. What do they have? Okay, they got the... That's interesting. Okay, they got the Admiral. That's Switch, PC, okay. PC. They got Heinz Ketchup controller. I don't know who wants that, but if you're into ketchup, there you go. Admiral Premium, they got a Bluetooth version. Oh, that's for N64. I thought it said GameCube. What's your opinion on VR? The truth is I've never really used it. I'd like to try it. I'd like to do some VR stuff, but I've never really used it. Closest I got is I do still have my 3D TV. That's not VR, but at least gives me my 3D movies. That's the closest I've done really to VR is just 3D stuff. And I am clinging to... I will cling to that 3D TV with my cold, dead hands. Okay, GameCube controllers. Here we go. They're wired. wired, 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 wired. Oh, why don't I just click? Why am I being stupid, chat? I can click GameCube right there. If Retrobit re-releases any Sega Bluetooth controllers or releases Big Six's Bluetooth, I'm totally buying them. I gotta look up and see what Big Six all was, because I've got the regular wired Sega Genesis version. Wired, 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 wired. Okay. Closest they have. Yeah, that's definitely not like the Wavebird. Okay, so this is what Hyperkin's offering is. They got the FreePad, which is wireless. I don't know about that design. That just... Is it just me? Is it just me, chat, or does that just look awkward and off? Because there's something about it, especially the way those triggers are really sticking out there, that it just looks wrong. Yeah. I don't know what the price would be either. Oh, well, the MSRP is only $24. I say only like that's actually an only. But $24, that's not awful, but it is awful if it's terrible. Yeah, where is the Big Six? I'm going to pull that up real quick. DuckDuckGo, because I don't like to be tracked, even though they're tracking me, I'm sure, too. Sega Big Six. Yeah, it doesn't look good. It does not look good. There's something about that. That's the thing about Hyperkin in general. If you've ever used Hyperkin products, even the best of them, there's something wrong. They just don't feel right. And the Retron 5 is, to me, the prime example of that. It does so many things, but something doesn't feel right. Only get Nintendo branded controllers around that generation. I don't know why that just reminded me. Controllers. If you want to see the worst gamepad possibly ever, at least modern gamepad, modern retro gamepad, let's go Google Images. Retron 5 controller. So this is the gamepad that shipped with the Retron 5. I don't know who designed this abomination. Even the Atari Hyperkin joystick I tried was horrible. Yeah, I've got an NES or a Super NES gamepad which is okay. But yeah, this is their Bluetooth controller they made for the Retron 5. Now, the good thing about it, all of the buttons, none of them they're not rubber pads. They're all switches. So the feel of the buttons is almost like a Neo Geo controller. They got that nice clicky. But it is the most awful, uncomfortable, and the little thumbstick in place of a D-pad. Oh. Thankfully, the Retron 5 allows you to use regular SNES and NES and Genesis controllers. I don't even touch my Retron 5 anymore, but yeah. Wired USB and Genesis RF, wireless USB and Genesis Big Six. Oh, gotcha. And Bluetooth controllers and Bluetooth console dongles, Genesis and Saturn. Gotcha. For fighting games, I had a Tatsunoko versus Capcom fighting stick. Nice. Great game and fantastic controller. I think it was a Hori. That sounds right. Let me see. I'm going to look. This will just be the big searching stream. Let's pull that up. Tatsunoko versus Capcom fight stick. Let's see what we can find out about it. Okay, it's on eBay. Well, there. I'm not a big fan of the IGN. Hori does all the good stuff. That's what I've heard. Dude, that game and stick are legit. Yeah, oh, wow. Nah, apparently it was Mad Catz. Mark that down as one of those times Mad Catz got it right. Because I don't know about y'all, but I've had some Mad Catz stuff over the years that's been not good. Wow. Oh, well, the site can't be reached. I can't even blow up the picture. Oh, which one, Judd? The Retron 5? Yeah, it is. I'm going to have to find a picture of it. A better picture just to get this. I'm just impressed that Mad Catz did something that I would be willing to purchase. That's... Because I got an old Super Nintendo controller by Mad Catz, which is still kicking, but it ain't comfy. Yeah. Wow. Oh, wow. Oh, man, and it's got the Gotchamon. Okay, I've never played this. This with Sanwa Octagonal Gate. Man, oh, man. That's awesome. That is awesome. The only fight stick I've got is I've got a cheap little, I got a USB, a cheap one that I picked up on AliExpress, and I rewired it to be Super Nintendo. Might be Hori under Mad Catz. Okay, that's a good, it could be because you're right, the Sanwa I'm seeing listed. Let me go back to that review. Does it say anything? Let's see, is there a search for Hori? Maybe if I search Hori. Hori. I don't want to open Amazon. Oh, okay, there we go. It says which fight stick, Hori or TVC edition. Okay, well, that's not giving me an answer. That's not giving me an answer. You should see the videos of that versus get. Good idea. Let me go ahead and pull that up. Let's go ahead and pull that up. Let's open another tabs. Tabs are our friend. Tatsunoko versus... Well, I don't need the fight stick. Let's just open the game. The most underrated fighting game. Let's see. Is there a long play? Long play. There we go. World of long plays. Skip. Let's fast forward just a bit. All right. That music sounds familiar already a little. Maybe it's just the sound of it. Beautiful Joe. Oh my gosh, I haven't played Beautiful Joe in forever. That's one of those things I do have on my GameCube still. Sure. Man, this is already reminding me how terrible I am at fighting games. Oh, wow. Ha! That was from GeForce. Yeah. Yeah, Gotchamon, GeForce, Battle of the Planets. There was another name for it, too, when Saban bought it. I forgot what it was. Eagle Riders, I think. I think that game has Amaterasu from Okami. I don't think I've ever played Okami. Man, I'm so behind on so many of these things. Let me turn that down just a pinch. Did that say billions of damage? 1.721 billion damage? 3 point... Man, we're in the billions of damage. Oh my gosh. Well, it looks awesome. I would have lot emotional damage. Sorry. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, this does look excellent. Marvel vs. Capcom. Marvel vs. Capcom I have played. That I have played. Wow. That does look awesome. That does look awesome. Yeah. It has a simple control scheme, but still pretty deep. Okay, because see, it looks like it's something that would just I'd be in over my head. Yeah, that was the Wii version. That is, man, I missed a lot by not getting a Wii. Ryu do be looking talented. Yeah. Man, I trying to think, what is the last fighting game? I don't even know what the last fighting game I played is. I hardly have any, even on PC. Outside of, I think, Super Street Fighter 2, the DOS version. No, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. I'm sure I've got some... Yeah, I got a few King of the Fighters ones. It's sad new Marvel vs. Capcom couldn't capture the old vibe. I saw something also, Luciano, that there was a whole thing where they weren't wanting to put the X-Men characters in because of Disney, because at the time it was before Disney, with some, at least with some of the Marvel versus Capcom stuff, or some of the Marvel games, there was something going on where once Disney had acquired Marvel, before they had 20th Century Fox, so they didn't have the full X-Men licensing for their movies, so they didn't want to put Wolverine or X-Men in anything. Which, I mean, Disney's gonna Disney. That's all I can say about that. Yeah, I definitely, I am beyond amateur when it comes to fighting games, though. I love playing them, and I suck. Too bad Steam doesn't allow sharing accounts. I would totally turn you loose on my account, Matt. Well, I appreciate that, but I might. Do I have any Marvel vs. Capcom? Just a second. Just a second, chat. I've got those little Capcom sets. What the heck is in them? Not the Capcom Stadiums. I know I've got... No, it's just the Street Fighter ones. Okay. Never mind. I've got one of those Street Fighter Anniversary collections, but that's it. But mostly for me, it's the difference between the 2D sprites and 3D models. Yeah, I heard, Luciano. Because I'm definitely... the older I get, the more I seem to become a curmudgeon. I have to go and join my team now. Have fun, everyone. Hey, thank you for stopping by, Lawnmower Girl. We'll see you later. Have a good night. Have fun the rest of the night. We will see you again. The 3D looks so soulless. In a way, yeah. It does lack that... The polygons lack that touch. And, you know, a good example of that, I think, now that you bring it up, Luciano, is Monkey Island. I know I mention Monkey Island a lot, but Monkey Island, if you look at... Let's pull up a couple screenshots. We're going to open two tabs. I got the Marvel vs. Capcom collection. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and the Marvel vs. Capcom... Whatever the I is. Or L, Legends, I don't know. I haven't picked up the collections of those yet. I need to someday. Infinite. Okay. I am pro gamer. I know. Okay, here. Let's go. Let's do the jump. Let's do Curse of Monkey Island. Curse of Monkey Island versus the next one, Escape from Monkey Island, real quick. Just to give you an idea. And Escape from Monkey Island is usually considered to be the worst of the Monkey Islands. It's not an awful game. But I've been using this phrase a lot. Something's wrong. So that's the gameplay. Well, it's kind of hard to see. Let me zoom it in. That's your gameplay on Curse of Monkey Island with your polygons. I mean, on Escape from Monkey Island. And the Monkey Island that was made before it, Curse of Monkey Island, just a few years earlier. Here's your gameplay on it. You got a playable Disney cartoon versus that. Yep. Now, I will say the backgrounds are nice, though. I love the sky. Let me get that zoom down before that messes me up. Okay. So X and Zero are technically MCU. Oh dear! Don't tell Disney that, please, Dalen. Don't tell Disney. I don't want to see. Fun fact: Infinite was canonically Marvel Cinematic Universe crossover. Just don't tell Disney. I don't want to see Mega Man popping up in the next Marvel Avengers movie, please. Fun fact: did you know there's a Kim Possible video game on PS2? I did not. Like I said, I've never even watched any Kim Possible. I missed the Kim Possible craze. All right, I don't know which one it's going to be. Let's start with, no, it's not that one. Okay, Kim Possible games. Which one's the PS2? Well, yeah, so there's quite a few of them on, there were Game Boy Advance ones, DS, and Kim Possible. What's the Switch? Okay, so it was PS3 also. Was there a PS3 version? No, they must have just listed it that way because of the backwards compatibility. PS2, that feels forever ago now. I did the summer work program in high school so I could buy it nice. That's practically what I did with my GameCube because like I was working at the time. Okay, so it's mostly a platformer. That's nice. So 3D platformer, it's got a 2D look to it. That's cool. Well, I don't have a PlayStation, so I don't have anything Sony except for my Blu-ray player. I hate saying two of my Blu-ray players. I get back. My Blu-ray player and one of my 4K players. Because I do have I feel like I have to explain why I've got two 4K players. It's because I had the Sony one and I didn't like it, so I picked up a Panasonic. Oh, Jim Power. That was where I was. I don't know if Jim Power's worth playing. I think we mentioned it before. Did we go through the J's before? Maybe we did. I don't know. Maybe we did. I don't know. I also got first gen wired edition PS3. Nice. So native hardware PS1 and PS2 support. Yes, I remember reading somewhere that they changed it to emulation later on. That's cool. That's awesome. Hydration break. Again, if you got a drink, take a drink. I'm not going to play the video. So Jim Power, I got the DOS version. I got the Super Nintendo one. I need to say something about this game. This game doesn't know what it is. Part of it's a platformer. Part of it is it's got a top-down sequence. Part of it's a vertical shooter. This game is insanely difficult. This game has insane parallax scrolling. And as Mark Bussler, I think his name was, the head of Classic Game Room once said, when they put it on Super Nintendo, they decided to use all of the colors at once, which is pretty much what happened, because it's just everything is on screen at once, and it's not a great game, and we should play it someday. Oh, and it is 3D if you use even though it plays 2D, but if you're wearing polarized 3D glasses, it filters the background and makes it 3D. So you got all the colors on Super Nintendo, plus parallax scrolling that's overkill, plus 3D. You're gonna vomit. Woo, vomit! Okay, it was amazing. PS2 games looked good. Crystal Chronicles, Chrono Trigger, loaded fast. Nice. I thought you said pass. Yeah, I am gonna pass on it. I did say pass before, but I'm not gonna pass on. I said pass. But I'm rethinking it because I think it might make a fun stream, just because it'll make If you want, we'll do it. It'll be a rage game stream at some point. The Super Nintendo version, though, the PC version's kind of lame. In fact, I'll pull up the PC version real quick. Jim Power. I wish that was public domain. Where is it? Let's do Jim Power real quick. We'll do the PC version if it loads. If it loads. Oh, it's loading. Is it going to load right? I'm probably going to have to use... Let me see if my gamepad's working with it. No, I can't do joystick. Okay, I'll have to use keyboard. Yeah, the sound effects are bad on the... Music's okay, but... Okay, the controllers... Let me see, maybe I can. No. Okay, well, maybe. Is it? No, it won't let me do it. Level, okay, that's cute because it says level easy. That's really cute that it says level easy, chat. This game doesn't know, okay, so we got, left, right, up, down. I don't want to see, okay, space and alt and control is, okay. Control is jump, okay. All right, just real quick. Maybe this will give some idea of what the Super Nintendo one looks like. Because it looks almost identical. But this one might not be as aggressive with the, It might not be as aggressive with the, oh no, it is. With the parallax. I mean, the parallax effect is nice, but it's just too much. It is worse on Super Nintendo. It is worse on Super Nintendo. So we will do it at some point. Because it will be, wonderfully rage-filled. Alright, I'm getting out of this quickly before I return to DOS. Let's get back to MS-DOS. Okay, yeah, we're going to do the Super Nintendo version sometime. Let me mark that, because I don't want to do the PC one. SNES. There we go. I don't like calling it SNES. I always call it the SNES. SNES is like sneeze. It's just like NES. I have to say NES. I can't say NES. Oh, I play down NES. No. It also had the DS cutscenes. Oh, nice. Nice, nice. Well, I still haven't played any of the Chrono Triggers as we established last time. What the heck is Jotun? Let's see what Jotun is. Apparently, it's something I've got. I think I got it free from... I must have gotten it from... I must have got it on GOG because it's not coming up there. Let's check GOG. Chat. Jotun. Valhalla edition. Okay. I know I did not pay for this thing. It must have been a freebie at some point. What's it look like?
Rated T for teen.
Oh, T for teen. We're not old enough for it. Okay, Viking warrior who died in glorious death. You've been granted a second chance. Change your fate. Prove yourself to the gods. And enter Valhalla. One of the best indie games. 2015. Okay, I'm a little behind. I'm just a little behind. Find hidden runes. Blessings of the gods. It almost looks like a Zelda clone, doesn't it? Oh, wow. Okay. This might be okay, chat. Oops, whoa, I didn't mean to do that. That might be okay, featuring Valhalla mode, Ultimate Challenge. Okay. Role-playing action fantasy. It looks kind of like a Zelda clone. I don't know. I'm going to put a question mark by it. Unless there are objections. In which case, I'll put a question mark by it anyway. But still. Yotan, I guess it is, not Jotan. Oh, yeah, no, amazingly, with all the copyright bonks I got during that Star Wars stream, I never got copyright bonked for the Star Trek The Motion Picture trailer. That surprises the heck out of me. Oh, wrong list. It's over here. This is where we go. Okay, Journey of the Roach is a point and click. I'm not going to open it because we will do the point and click someday. Karate Survivor, we are playing again tomorrow night. For those of you who have not been to any of my Karate Survivor streams, I played it a couple times before. It was nice and chill, and now I'm going back. I'll do one better. I'll make the gods prove themselves to me by having them enter into the local buffet at lunchtime. I haven't been to a good buffet in a long time. I don't go out to eat anymore. I try not to leave my house. I agree with you when you said, don't true, you're right about that. Yeah. It does look like, it looks like it. Okay, Karateka is a remake. I don't really, I'm not interested about that. I'm going to pass. What the heck's Karma City Police, chat? What's Karma City Police? I don't know. I got in a bundle. Karma City Police. Hint, it's packed so entry is nearly impossible. Ah, gotcha. Okay. Some of the Chinese buffets I used to go to were like that. Okay, be the new dispatcher. Don't trust IGN. Oh, yeah, I don't ever trust IGN. Yeah. Don't trust him. Yeah, I don't trust IGN ever. Okay, it says this is a JRPG style. Okay, so I gotta be a dispatcher. 911 dispatcher. I don't know about this. A police adventure. With pinball battles. Wait, what? Okay, what the hell is this game? I don't know. I think this is trying to be too much. Don't be afraid. Uncle Matt is here to tell you a bedtime story. Welcome in, Super Shops. Welcome in. Yeah, there are 2 Chinese buffets in the city that are packed nearly all the time from open to close. The one in my city moved locations, and I never went to their new location. Whoa! Wait a second, chat. Were they... wait a second. Okay, there's also a game where you play as a 911 operator, literally called 911 operator and 112 operator. Great games. Really? Huh. Is it just me? Were they doing something? Were they... I backed that up a bit. Maybe I didn't back enough. Okay, I back there. Yeah. Are they... They were... That's not blood. It's cheese. Yes, it's cheese. They weren't pissing on anyone. It's just cheese. I think 1112 is Japan edition 911. Oh, okay. I'll look it up real quick. Interesting. Okay, well, hell, you know what, chat? I was expecting to say no to this, but then they had me at pinball battles. Pinball game! Just a sec, let me write this down on... I almost wrote pinball battles. Karma City Police. 112 is the international emergency services number known for being used in Europe. Oh, okay. Gotcha. I don't even think I've ever had to dial 911. No, stop. Okay, 911. Oh, there it is. Oh, wow. It's got a bunch of DLC.
911, what's the emergency? Oh my God. We need help. Some cables are hanging down on the field.
Game about the difficult work based on true events. Okay.
Oh, I shot my leg off.
Do you have something to tie around your leg?
No, just some tools. Oh, God.
All right, take off your shirt then.
What?
Take off your shirt and firmly tie it around your leg.
Oh, what was it? Oh, yeah, no.
We need firemen.
Okay, I click full screen and it freezes. Oh, there we go.
Got danger. Going to hospital.
Interesting. This was that. No, not this one. This is that. Well, this is the 911 operator. The other one, Karma Sitting Police, had the pinball in it.
Police assistance.
And it's more of a JRPG.
Requesting medical transport.
This is one of those games I feel like I should be getting paid if I'm playing. I saw a VTuber streaming that 911 game once. Really? How did it go, Luciano? Was it a good stream, or was it a thing of beauty, or was it one of those, well, we're not going to do this again? Yeah, this is it. They also made a management game called Infection Free Zone about surviving a zombie apocalypse. Another awesome game. Okay. Well, I might have to check that out. I don't know if it's up my alley, but I might check this one out. This might be stream material at some point. If I'll keep my eyes open for this in a bundle. I was close. Japan has 119 for ambulance fire, 110 for police. Kind of boring stream, really, but she was cute. Well, what other reason do you need to go to a stream? We're going to go just a little bit more. We're not going to go as long tonight just because I'm so chat too. I just thought, do you play your VR chat? I do not have VR, so no. I don't have anything VR. I have no headsets, nothing. Sorry, Super Shofts. Nope, and I'm not sure also, I know VR came up earlier tonight too. I'm not sure if VR's a direction I really want to get into. Because it might require some extra stuff with my model, and I don't really want to pay to get it beefed up. You don't need a VR headset to play a VR chat. I play it and don't own one. Oh, okay. Well, maybe someday. I don't know that that's really my cup of tea. We'll see. Someday. I'll keep that under advisement, though. Okay, this is a point and click. We'll come back to it. Kelvin, the infamous machine, point and click. Kilo Blaster, we already talked about. King of the Fighters. What the heck is King of Seas? But I will keep that in mind, Super Shofts, because I have seen a few VTubers do VR chat streams. I don't know if they were doing them, though, with VR headsets or just going through and playing it without. Let me see. Wait, what was that? Something was free. Oh, King of Kinks is free. Well, we won't be playing that on stream. King of Seas Deluxe Edition. Okay. Oh, well, it's mixed. All reviews mixed. What do we have here? Nice graphics and the flag interacting correctly with the wind, but it's bland, broken and unfinished. Oh, that's unfortunate. Although you don't use VR chat myself, I did look into it. It is possible to use standard computer setup. Okay. Main boss is the terrible UI and controls. Well, okay, we're not going to do this one then. If it's that bad, if it's got that bad of reviews, I mean, it could be. Oh, and it's an RPG too. Action RPG. I get so worried with RPGs sometimes, unless they're JRPGs. Okay, King's Quest we've already talked about. We already did King's Quest 5. I can tell you right off, chat, we're going to do King's Quest 6 and 7. I don't know if we'll ever do King's Quest 8. King's Quest 8 is a janky RPG game. I did get it to finally run, so that's saying something. And it's taken me a lot to get it to run, but it doesn't even feel like King's Quest. This was during that transition period. King's Quest Mask of Eternity was a transition period where Sierra was pretty much going out of business. They'd been sold to some French company, I forgot who then in turn, I think, sold them to Activision. What can you do? I was planning to use VR chat like 2 or 3 years ago, so I had to know its capabilities. Gotcha. Understood. This King's Quest is a reboot. Mask of Eternity is such an oddity. I like it, but it's super janky. So when I first got or found my a copy of my family had of Mask of Eternity, I had it running and I started playing through it, but if I remember, it locked up so hard that I just kind of gave up because I kept running into bugs with it. I think it runs now. Oh, welcome in, Hiraki. Welcome in. Gonna get lunch soon. Catch you next time. Hey, that's fine. And by the way, I did find the thing you were mentioning about the auto shoutouts. I'm gonna get that set up now that I figured out, I think, how to do it. So thank you for pointing that out. And speaking of shoutouts, if you are in my stream, you should 100% go and visit Hiraki. I can't speak today. I'm so sorry, Hiraki. You should totally go visit Hiraki's channel. Give her a like. Give her a subscribe. I still can't speak. My words are just slurring together. Oh, I've got to get some sleep. But yeah, thank you for stopping by. Have a good lunch. And we'll see you next time. Yeah, many bugs. Some game breaking. Many bad memories. Yeah. I gave up with the bugs in King's Quest Mask of Eternity. Holy Hannah. Can I just get a few words out tonight without sounding like I've been drinking? It's getting worse. Okay, reboot of King's Quest. I don't know much about this. One thing I can say, I was lucky enough with the reboot of King's Quest. I picked up a key off of Kinguin, which was probably from a dubious source, but it was the complete edition with the epilogue. From what I understand, chat, if you go buy the full game of King's Quest, the reboot, right now off of Steam, it no longer includes the epilogue, because that was supposed to be part of the, like, collector's edition or something stupid. That doesn't make... Chat, explain this to me. I understand limited editions with physical copies. I get it. I get the marketing of it. It's perfectly cool. Explain to me, chat, the logic behind a limited edition of a digital product. Especially when it's something that you don't have a limit on how many you can sell. You are the original publisher of the game. Limited digital skills, yeah. So I haven't played the reboot. Let me open it real quick. From what I understand about the reboot, limited digital kills me. Yeah. Is it even still available? Yeah, it is. Because if you buy it now, you can only buy it in the season pass. And the season pass does not yet. I guess, but they're making the thing with that, Judd, is they're making even less money because they can't sell it. You can't get it anymore. You create artificial scarcity to increase value. Yeah, but you're increasing value on a Steam key, and it's not like you can resell. And the thing is, Luciano, they never had a higher price on it. It was always, the season pass was $25 and the full version was $30 when it came out. In fact, I'm going to check Kinguin. Can you still get it? All right, chat, even though, okay, if you buy games from Kinguin, you do so at your own risk. I haven't had any bad. I've had 2 situations where keys didn't work, where I had to get them replaced. But I haven't had any real problems with them. They're almost like an eBay store of Steam keys. Let's see. Quest. Let's see if the full version is still on there. Okay, the collection. Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, that shot up. You said all artificial scarcity. There you go. The full edition, which I bought from Kinguin probably a year or 2 ago for, I want to say for $5, because they always have cheap keys here, is now $355. So yeah. That sucks. Whatever. Okay, King's Quest, where is it? We'll play the trailer for the reboot. And I'll take a hydration break while that's going on. A serious game of the year contender? Well, I don't think it was ever even nominated. From what I understand, chat. Oh, well, that's all? Oh, 9.5 out of 10, okay. Oh, so it's on PlayStation, it said. Definitely a Switch. Thanks for proving my point. Yeah. But the thing is, it's only driving up prices for people who bought the keys and sat on them. The company itself, Sierra Games, which is part of Activision or whatever now. Yeah, Activision. It does nothing to make more money for them. Because they're not reselling those keys. I don't get it. I don't know. It's still stupid to me. I don't like digital games. One of the things about this, and it doesn't say it here, but I remember reading reviews that it was like they ran out of steam. It didn't sell. Oh, excuse me. It didn't sell as well as they thought when they were pre-selling it with the first chapter, which is free now. It's almost like a shareware thing. Chapter 1's free, and all the other ones you have to get either season pass or whatever. From what I understand, chapter 1's really polished, and as it goes on, the puzzles and everything just get more generic because it wasn't making as much money as they thought it was going to. So yeah, kind of sucks. Yeah, so Mask of Eternity, Nightmare Tower. I keep on here. Okay, just so you know, Nightmare Tower I would play. It's a Flash game. It doesn't run right. There's something wrong with the Steam version and the controls. So as much as it was on my Ouya, and it plays better on Ouya, and that's saying something. Okay, Konami Arcade Classic. Kung Fury. Okay, one day I was debating Kung Fury this week. I was going to do Kung Fury this week, and I did Karate Survivor instead. We'll have to do Kung Fury someday. In your opinion, as digital games are killing video games? Just curious. Yes, I don't think digital is overall killing them. Here's what I think about it. I think the high prices that we're seeing with digital now, like with the Switch 2, I think the high price for digital games where you don't actually own it is starting to kill it. I think the physical copy market's always going to be there, but the digital, I think when it comes to digital, a lot of people expect it to be cheaper, not to be $80. So I think the price point for digital is hurting it. And that was part of the thing, the original way they sold digital was that it was going to be cheap. I put out the trash and crushed a couple cans. Did I miss anything? Trailer for King's Quest. Talked about the price of it on the Kinguin, and it's pretty pricey for the remake, for the complete version. The whole buying isn't owning is a hard pill to swallow. Yeah, and that's why in my opinion, I'm going to tell you right now, everything, even that's not GOG, in my opinion, I own it. If they ever say differently, I'm going to unlock every single one of these things, because pretty much every single game, there are ways to remove the DRM from the Steam version of it. And there's a few I already have just to make them run smoother. One of the Duke Nukems. Buying isn't owning. Ubisoft. Yeah, and Ubisoft is in collapse, so that's true. So is digital killing games? I don't think it's killing games overall, but I do think it is harming the game industry in big ways, Judd. I don't think it's killing it. I think it's harming it. And likewise, I think with physical copies, I think the retro game market is being really harmed by some of the high prices there. And that there's just no way around. So I don't know what the answer to that is. The digital thing, they don't have to do it. But yeah, Kung Fury. We're going to do Kung Fury for sure next, not next week, at some point. I'm going to pull up Kung Fury. Probably going to get bonked for the Kung Fury Street Rage Ultimate Edition featuring David Hasselhoff. I don't know if they show him on the trailer though, but he's on the later artwork there. Let's open up. This is almost like that. I'd never played it. One Finger Death Punch, I think is what it's called. It's just a one finger game practically. Woo, Hasselhoff!
Get ready for the new and awesome edition of Kung Fury Street Rage. Brand new ultimate fighting coming your way.
I'd love to have this on a
What could
console
possibly be
somehow
more
with a
epic than
physical
true
cartridge.
hero? Another hero. Double trouble. Enjoy the breathtaking multiplayer as Player 2 joins the fight.
Woo!
Yeah.
Digital
2.
subscription games can be
Because
retooled
teamwork
so they
makes the
don't have to
dream
stay
work.
messed up. They are now.
Play
Yeah.
as Hasselhoff, the world's
Yep.
most iconic lifeguard, steps in with his singing prowess and oh, that's some nice chest hair. Sir.
That's right.
More action.
Ladies
more
love the
awesome.
chest hair. Changed
This
my
game
mind.
Just has more. Choose your stage. Punch Nazis in the sewers, on the
Yep,
beach,
you get to
in the
fight
Viking Age.
Yahtzees.
Hell, punch Nazis everywhere, all the time. Kung Fury Street Rage. Coming soon to Steam.
Wait, is this the same trailer? Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. I thought I was going to a different one. Does he step in with a slick black car? Sadly, I don't know if he does. I did play through it before. The better part of it isn't the one with David Hasselhoff. It's the Arcade Strikes Back part that's really good, which they don't have a trailer of, unfortunately. They added the the Hasselhoff stuff later on, the A Day at the Beach campaign, which wasn't quite as good. The original stuff on there is much, much better. Very positive, yeah. Oh, please stop. Yeah. Stop. I'm a fan of Bill Daniels. Yeah. Michael, I can only use my turbo boost once per episode. Yeah, William Daniels, yeah. Iconic voice. Yeah, I've got to play this on stream, Omegs. I was going to do it this week instead of Karate Survivor, but I thought it would be a little too ragey. Video player breaks all the time, but won't stop when you need it to. Yeah, ain't that the truth? That's the truth. Yeah. Anytime I make it full screen, it stops, but then it'll keep looping for some reason. There's no loop button. Where's the loop button? Yes, that's right. He was. He played. He was in 1776. Wasn't he John Adams? I want to say he was John Adams. I haven't watched that in years. I've had the Blu-ray forever. I have not watched it at all. I haven't touched my Blu-ray of 1776. I saw it when I was a kid in a little Madamus in elementary school. They had us watch it for a history class. They thought that would be better for history. Here, this will be exciting, kids. Watch a musical. You little third graders like musicals, don't you? Yeah. Not a bad movie, though. I liked the movie, or I wouldn't have picked it up. Where was I? Okay, so how many L's are there? Can we get through the L's? Oh, darn it. Okay, chat, we're going to get through the L. John Adams, good. Okay, we're going to get through the L's, and then we're going to do a raid. Okay, first of all, with the K's, Kyoto Colorful Days is a visual novel. I'm going to tell you right now, it is not a sussy visual novel. Maybe we'll play it someday. It's just a simple, wholesome love story. You can either fall in love with the one girl, fall in love with the other girl, or I think there's an ending where you just wind up being friends with both. Friend zoned twice. Lacuna, what is it? Or Laguna? Okay, I must have gotten that one for free. What's Laguna? Or did I buy it in a bundle? I don't know. Why are you asking me? Oh, because it's my channel. Okay. Or is it Lacuna? Maybe it is Lacuna. Okay, it is Lacuna. What do we got? Is it a point and click?
Do you ever think about what could have been?
Oh, that's someone playing it. I don't want to watch someone else's
How
gameplay.
your decisions have
Yeah, now it
led
won't
you to
play.
this
There we go.
point.
By the way, Carr in Knight Rider was voiced by the same
Sometimes
VA who is
I'm not sure
Optimus
there is a
Prime
right way.
in... Oh, it was Peter
less
Cullen?
how to find it.
Nice. And live action. Okay. Yeah, okay, Peter Cullen. Nice.
I have no choice but to act.
Okay, so what? Oh, German. I don't know what that means.
The clock is ticking.
Rage Quit gave it. Okay. I thought this was a point and click. It's not. Let me turn that down. I thought this was a point and click. It's not. Well, it kind of is. It's got a lot of dialogue.
No point in trying to see the future. We will face our regrets in the end.
Woo, that's right. Buckle up. Here come the regrets, everyone. Let's get ready for the regrets. Regrets happen. Everybody has regrets. Why is that? I'm not looking at that. No. Okay, La Mulana. La Mulana's a rage game and a half. Let me open it on GOG. They don't have it on Steam. La Mulana. La Mulana's got cool music, though. La Mulana's like Pitfall. I think it was a PC 98 game originally. I want to say it was a PC. This is like one of the first things I've... La Mulana is so hard. Yeah, I only played it briefly. I know it was... it wasn't quite my cup of tea, because I get lost really easily. I suck at Metroidvanias. I missed whatever that guy said, but good for him. I wish this was better quality. But that music chat! Yeah! Playing as not Indiana Jones with not Indy's whip. Do, do, do. I want to play it just for the music. Yeah. I'm going to real quickly type that in. Let me shrink that down a bit. Yeah, we'll put a question mark with that. Well, question. La Mulana, we will probably do that on stream at some point. Oh, it stopped. Did I click out of it? I must have clicked out of it. Whoops. Oh, well. Yeah, we'll give that one a shot. Also, though, the Knight Rider reboot flopped. Peter Cullen reprised his role as Carr in that series well. The Knight Rider reboot. I don't know if I saw any of the reboot. All right, now I gotta look that. Man, here goes another tangent. I remember there being like a Team Knight Rider reboot. Yeah, I remember Knight Rider 2000, or was it 3000? I don't know. All right. The unreliable Wikipedia it is. Knight Rider, when was that made? Oh, the 2000, okay, 2008. I was unfamiliar with it. Welcome back, Judd. Nothing much. Just looked at a couple games and I forgot that there was a reboot of Knight Rider. I think I purposely avoided it. 2000 was Red Kit, the car movie, had Scotty from Star. Oh, did it? Okay, because I remember. And I know it was, okay, I know Knight Rider 2000 is included in the, it's in the one of the DVD box sets, but it's missing from the Blu-rays. At least they didn't try Day Rider. Don't go giving them ideas. Which is found in the form of Knight 4000, a car that will become the next generation of Knight Industries supercar kit. Okay. What else we got? Okay, La Mulana, Last Blade. I'm not gonna. Okay, Last Door. I know are point and clicks. We will do those at some point. Last Right's a 3D also. You know what, chat? I hate to do this, but I think I'm going to just have to wrap this stream up. I am just too darn tired. But don't go away, because we're going to do a raid. Let me take us back into the library. Next Tuesday, we'll do another yapping stream, and we'll keep going through these. I thought we'd get through more than we did, but yeah, I just need to go ahead and wrap it up tonight. I think I just can't speak. I don't know what's wrong with me. Okay, so that was the yapping stream. That was fun. Thank you to everyone who stopped by tonight. Lawnmower Girl, Lone Digit. Good night. Don't go away yet. We're going to do a raid. We'll do a good raid. We will do a good raid. We are going to do an awesome raid. In fact, let me see if she's still up. I think I know who we're going to raid into tonight. Well, I do know who I'd like to raid into, but let's see if she's still up. Let's see if she's still up. Okay, customization. Redirect. Is she still awake? Yes, she is. We are going to raid into. I missed her earlier. I mentioned her earlier. I mentioned her earlier. We're going to raid into Miss Rhea Sumire from Lucid Multimedia. This week is her anniversary. It is her first anniversary of streaming on Friday or Saturday. So we're going to go ahead and wish her a good, raid. Bug proofs out and existed more like Zapper Fun Watch. Did you know that there was a Night Baywatch crossover? I did not know that. I didn't know that. No, had no idea. That's interesting. I'll have to look into that sometime. Let me get a back library. Let me get a raid message, chat. Raid message. Back library raid, and we're going to put dash happy early anniversary Rhea. There. It's going to be a long one tonight. We're doing a longer message, but I think it fits. Back library raid, happy early anniversary Rhea. So make a copy of that because we are going to raid into Rhea Samira. Rhea Samira is amazing. She is awesome. She is the first person who ever raided me. So I owe a lot to her. And I say that a lot, and I'm going to say it a lot forever and a day. So that said, thank you everyone who watched actively. Thank you to all the lurkers. Thank you to all the VOD watchers. Like, subscribe, notification bell, follow on X. I promise I usually don't sound drunk. And I'm not drunk. I just sound it. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.